ESR amendment is not a high dollar item. Redesign is big money. So my suggestion in this discussion would be, let's get going as soon as we possibly can. And we received really good service from the consultant help with the working group, and he is already up to speed with the changes, and would be in a good position to handle the CSR amendment. So it's fairly low dollars. If you did receive a quote, that would make the most sense to me, is let's expedite it, let's get back out to the public while the public's still around, because we're getting close to the end of the summer, and that's what makes sense to me. The other part, we should be in competition.
I would concur that the ESR addendum is relatively academic and it should be low dollars. But I think it probably behooves us to get a quote from, if that's what the board's preference, to get a quote from Stantec if it's $10,000 or $15,000. I know what our purchasing policy says for that. It says that we need to competitively bid that.
Item 3 on that also, is there any contractual issues with Philip? Is that be something that could be looked at before we go through this process?
We further look on that.
Right. Okay. So where are we as a board? Are we going to do an open tender process on this, or are we going to get quotes? Jim?
Well, I guess I kind of agree with Don. We need to move ahead fairly quickly with the first step. You know, I don't know, the working group has a really good idea of what Stantec has already done. Have they done enough to move ahead with this ESR? They must have a lot of information there.
Yeah.
So do we do what Brent said and see if we can get that rough estimate from them?
Yeah, I'm sure we can get that number by next week.
So can we make a motion here that we move ahead with Stantec if it's under, you said
If
10
it
or
meets
15?
our purchasing policy.
Which is under 10.
If it meets our
Actually,
purchasing
our purchasing
policy.
policy is under 5. Ours is.
Yours is under 10.
I'm not sure whose it has to follow.
Well, yes, we're in a time constraint, but yes, we have to follow our rules.
Well, we also have to move forward too.
I guess the risk is if you hire somebody and you don't meet the requirements of the grant, then you don't get funding for that portion. So it's risk for benefit.
I guess my question is, how long do you think that the redesign is going to take, and how long do you think the ESR process is going to take? And I guess the reason I ask is because there's a possibility it would be done in a simultaneous length of time.
You wouldn't do the final design for the ESR addendum was approved. Yeah. So when Mike and I had chatted, he thought 6 to 8 weeks to go in the ESR addendum, and then in our consideration of alternatives, we'd shown final design being 9 to 12 months.
How long, that was in our report, how long does it take to do a request for proposals to follow the open process? An extra 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Well, I've been generous and given it 2 months just to get everything done. So usually you want, let's say Don and I some time to draft the terms and conditions, and you want it out for probably 2 to 3 weeks, and then probably a week or 2 to consider it.
We have up till usually Thanksgiving, till the people are not around, as you mentioned about having this public meeting and having a process, so we have till Thanksgiving to get that done. Some of this other stuff can do it. We don't want to delay anything at all. I think we have to follow our purchasing. Is there any motion on? We'll get a report back on these 3 things, and I guess when the time is, it'll go to both councils. Would that be a recommendation? That's not answering the questions for you to do the report. Maybe we
should make a recommendation to the councils. I think we understand what's happening here. We make a recommendation to actually, well, actually, no, that doesn't work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Still has to go through this board.
It has to ultimately, so it has to go to them, it has to come back.
Well,
And
we
we
could-
have to get their approval
We
to
can
go
put it
forward.
to, subject to council approval, they can continue with this process and get a request for proposal.
Okay.
That's the recommendation.
I like that.
So it's subject to both council's approval to continue on with these 4 items.
I'll make that motion.
We
Are we, should we not be breaking down, like, do the number one first, and then the other 3 sort of go in together? I think that, we could ask Stantec for a price on it. You don't have to say give it to them, but, and get back to us on it, and then at the same time, we ask for another 3 together.
So if we're asking Stantec for a price, why not ask some more companies for a price at the same time?
This, on number 1 only.
Yep.
Well,
Just again-
I'm just naming Stantec because they've done all the work, and they're familiar, and, I'm just thinking it'd be quicker, and, that, I'm thinking of the time.
Okay. Are you making that a motion?
Yeah, I think I will. Because we asked Stantec for, to do that, how it's worded in number 1 there. And to get a price and get back to us very quickly. Not motion.
Okay, says there's a seconder from Bill. If they come back and the price is high, then what do we do?
We're doing this.
Okay. Carries on the time. Elizabeth, you have a comment?
Yes, I can see how the value of that, absolutely. But I'm concerned that Mountain Shores has this purchasing policy that we have a limit of $5,000 before it has to be tendered. So our hands are tied, unfortunately,
Yep.
in Hampton Shores. So as much as I'd like to do that, I am not able to because of the limits of our policies. So I guess I won't be able to support that, unfortunately.
I can't really see it. If that's what it is, I can't really see them doing it for $5,000.
No.
No.
So, I mean, it's,
Well, I'll withdraw my motion.
You withdraw the motion, so I guess the other option is that we go for request for proposal.
Oh, yeah. Good point.
We're splitting the cost of 10,000 instead of 5,000 with our purchasing company, so back to going 10.
yeah,
The bills are split.
great, it's half hours, unless you wanna pay all the bills.
So we're just telling them that they have to bid it under $10,000.
Doesn't hurt. Doesn't hurt.
Is that not what we're saying?
Yeah.
Why not?
Well, that could be different. We ask how much number one costs.
How's it going to be in our books? It's going to be that we spent $10,000 and we got paid for part of it. So here, so it's still over our policy for the $10,000 because we would be doing this, we give us the value of the contract.
But we're not taking full responsibility for the cost.
Yeah.
It's not our full responsibility, it's Angel Road. So, I think it works.
There's a 15. Not back into this part.
I have no motion on how we're going to proceed with this.
That sounds good.
Actually, I'll go back to Tom's motion, and I would actually support that now.
But I withdrew it.
You would
Oh,
do
you would
it.
do it? I didn't hear you withdraw it. Okay. Do you mind reintroducing that? Or do you have a?
Yeah, well, I'll put it back in.
Oh, Dave, you got your-
You scratched it all out.
We'll just,
Oh, you're still second.
Yeah.